First of all, we were 3-6 on the year, but 3 of the 6 losses we had were within 1 score of us being victorious. I preached to these boys all year long. I was the offensive coach. Coach Lamont White was our defensive coordinator. Josh Gideons and Brian Kennedy that handled special teams, and also Joey Whaley assisted Coach White on the defense. May I have your attention, please? And basically, the 3 games we lost within a score. And I teach my guys, and it's something I want to tell all the football players here. Offensive line, how to block. If you're in a close game, usually who wins the game is who wins the line of scrimmage. And those games that we lost the line of scrimmage. And as a team, we learned that blocking is very, very important. So as they move on up, some of them to 11 and 12, I'm sure Coach Mickey and Coach Scott Kennedy's going to hammer that home with them. But anyway, it takes a whole crowd to coach these boys. And I want to give out some special thanks. First to my coaches, as you see here, and also Renee Brown. Where's she at? Renee Brown, are you in here? Give a shout out to Renee. Look, without her organizing and taking care of the gates, concessions, we would not be able to coach. And thank goodness we had her to help us, Coach Kennedy, Coach Summer, because without her we wouldn't be able to coach. And so thank you for that. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. and Miss Gabby back there for filming our games for us, so that during wet times we had, something to look at on film. But I'm going to call each player up and just say a few words over players. We got Aiden Webbles here. It's his first year. Come on up, Aiden. Aiden plays some special teams for us. Want to see him come back next year. All right. Toby Scholler. Toby Scholler is a 7 and 8 standout and what I call an impact player. Toby clogged up our middle a lot. He did a really good job on Coach White's defense. So we're real proud of Toby. Yeah, let's go ahead and give him a trophy guy. Garen Scholler. Garen's first year player. I watched Garen on film. He's one of the sneakiest players I've ever seen. But he would sneak up behind around somebody and he'd get them just right, trust me. So Garen was something else out there. Brandon Scarborough. Yep. Brandon has a lot of tools. He's fast. I'm looking for good things out of Brandon as he moves into next year 9 and 10. Mason Whalen. Mason played mostly defense. He did a real good job. He wasn't scared to hit anybody. He worked really hard through the year. Look, some good things coming out of him next year. Bentley Gresham. Bentley played mostly offense, played some defense as well. Very proud of his performance this year and looking forward to seeing him come back next year. Dante Hall. Let me say a few words about Dante here. Stay right here, Dante. Dante was a running back and first year coming out, and he was an impact player. He weighs about 65 or 70 pounds, and I saw him hit a 125-pound kid, and the first thing that hit the ground was that kid's shoulder pads. He hits like he weighs 125 pounds, and I'm looking for good things out of him as he moves forward in this program. Bubba James Newkirk. Bubba's got all the size. Look at him. It looks like a little Michael Strahan up here. But he's got to put it together. He's got everything he needs, and I'm looking for him to grow and be an impact player as he moves forward. Gavin Hunt. Gavin, he played offensive line. He played defensive line. He's a big guy. He's going to continue to grow in this program, and we're looking for a lot out of him as he moves forward. Okay. Carson Price. Carson played some offense, special teams. This is his first year. He really enjoyed it. Every time I looked at him, he had a smile on his face. Whether he was in the game or not, he was smiling, and I appreciate that, Carson. Isaiah Hall. Now, Isaiah's got a lot of talent. I didn't really get all the talent out of him that I wanted to this year, but I had to use him in places that I didn't, I was short in places, and he was a running back as well. I wish I had a chance to run him more, but I'm looking for him to grow in this program. Connor Kennedy. Now, Connor took off a year last year, but you wouldn't know it this year. He was a lockdown corner back. He held down one side of our defense. He did a great job tackling. He also was special teams. He had several extra points. He also had several interceptions. And at 9 and 10 level, to have several interceptions, that's pretty impressive. We're looking for good things out of Connor as he moves forward. Daryl Klein, yes sir. Daryl worked really hard. He played on offense, he played on defense, he done a little bit of everything. He smiled a lot. The boys about middle way, they had a little sickness, but they came back, both of them strong, and I look to see them back next year in our program. Alan Klein. Alan do anything you asked him to do. He actually got in one game and scored a 2-point conversion for him, went right underneath everybody and got 2 points out of him. Good job, Alan. Chris Hatfield, hold up, Chris. Chris is a veteran player, another impact player, I would say. Played defense, played offense. We leaned on him a lot through the year. His leadership. He was also a lockdown cornerback, played some outside linebacker as well. Very proud of his progress. His daddy said something about Kenansville having a program. They're in a rebuilding year. We strongly suggest you return to Beulaville to East Duplin program next year, okay? All right, you think that over. We got Avery Gavy. Avery was on the 11 and 12. He had moved up, and I went and talked to his mama and his daddy, and his coach. The coaches didn't want to let him go, but he came down, and I'm glad he did. He was an impact player. I'm looking to, when his brother was a beast up in 11 and 12, I expect the same as he moves forward. Good job, Avery. Tyler Wallace. Tyler was a first-year player with us. He stuck it out with us through all the grooming practices. He played special teams. He's actually got great hands. He can catch the ball too. And we're looking for Tyler to come back next year. Rodrigo Sanchez. Rodrigo Sanchez can kick a 40-yard field goal. I've seen him. Okay? So he's a left-footed kicker. He played special teams. He was also on our defense and our offense. He has the strongest legs. I know he can push anybody around that he wants to. So when he decides to do whatever he wants to do, he's going to do it. And so I'm looking for good things out of Rodrigo as he comes back. Jesse Kleinsmith. So Jesse, let's see, hold up, Jesse. Jesse played defense. He played offense. He's a tight end. Look at him. He's real tall, got big feet and all that. So he caught several passes this year as a tight end, and also he was a defensive end as well, impact player for us. And Jesse was also a pitcher in All-Stars. I've had him all year, so I'm proud of what Jesse's done and looking forward to him coming back. I got Caleb Meester. Caleb was my quarterback, and he showed leadership this year. He learned to run the ball. He knew all the plays, and our offense was not very simple. I mean, we had over 28 plays, and he knew every one of them. And I was proud of him for leading our team and managing the way he has. He's grown a lot, and I'm looking forward to what he's going to do when he comes back. Good job. Matt got in the first few games of the season, and he didn't know whether he wanted to play or not. Me and him had a talk. He came out, and he performed just like I thought he would. He did a great job for us, clogging the middle, hitting people when they need to get hit. He was an impact player on our defense with Coach Lamont, and we are so proud of him and looking forward to his return. And Brandon, when I brought him to the 11-12, ain't y'all glad? Brandon turned out being a running back, and those boys they're hard workers, so we're privileged to have them in our program. Thank you. Cade Kennedy. Let's see here. Cade was an impact player for us. He played both sides of the ball. Cade probably scored 70 to 75% of our points. He was very fast. We tried to utilize all his skills. But I want to say something special about Cade, not because he's my son, but because he works hard. While he's sitting at home, he's doing sit-ups. He's doing push-ups. He's running around the house all the time working, trying to get better. And so I want you to know that he didn't get it just naturally. He works at it, and I'm proud of him. And it's also his birthday today. He's 11 years old today. And we're just so proud to have him. On defense, he was everywhere. On offense, he was everywhere. And I look for great things that he's moved forward in this program. And again, I want to say thank you to our coaches, the sacrifices they made to get out to practice. I can't say enough about them. And I think Miss Gaby wanted to come up a minute. And I really appreciate you parents for getting the kids out. And I know I text message too much, but that's how I am. I have to get the message out. So I'm glad you're getting them, and I'll stop texting as much now, okay?
I got you. Don't worry.